majina naitwa Gloria Kalambo.
My name is Gloria and I live in Katindo, a place in Goma town. When I try to talk about myself, it's hard. My life story is not easy to share because of things I've experienced. But now, I'm just a regular woman. I live alone, with no children and no husband.
Gloria's story starts when she was a young girl. She was born into a rich family, so she had everything a child needs to grow up well. She went to primary school and then to secondary school, just like most of us do. During school, we meet various people and start thinking about what we want to do in life. Gloria's life was similar to many others in this way. As Gloria grew up, she followed the usual path, like many do, thinking about creating her own family. But as she got older, something unexpected happened that surprisingly changed her life.
Kusema kweli, sijui probleme ni nini.
To be honest, this is difficult for me to talk about. I used to meet guys just for fun, but like many people, I wanted to find someone special, get married, have children, and start a stable family. But luck wasn't on my side in this matter. I met my first boyfriend, and we were deeply in love for 2 months. Soon after we got married and had a big ceremony, we were very happy. But just 1 month later, my husband passed away. It was a regular day. He woke up and went to work, but tragically, he was in a serious accident and died instantly.
Everyone understands how painful it is to lose someone they deeply love. After Gloria's husband passed away in an accident, she didn't blame anyone. She believed it was part of God's plan. This was a very hard time for Gloria, but she stayed strong. She had to say goodbye to her husband and then began to build a new life for herself.
After that, my life turned very difficult and I started to lose my joy. It was hard to accept, but as time passed, I slowly found happiness again. Later, I met a new man who cared for me. I was on my own when I began to have feelings for him, and eventually, he became my fiancé. 3 months after we planned to start a life together, he passed away from a sickness. At this point, I really started to feel scared because this was the second time something like this had happened. But on the other hand, I didn't blame myself because we never had a big argument before he passed away.
Every time a new relationship started, it was filled with hope and happy times. There were dreams of building a life together, but each relationship ended unexpectedly and left many unanswered questions. From the first relationship to the second, each one ended in a way that was hard to understand. This left her feeling heartbroken and made her question her beliefs. It was like every story had a sad and mysterious ending that made it hard for her to understand why things happened the way they did.
I started to worry deeply, wondering if I was cursed or if there were problems in my family history. I became really scared because of what kept happening. A third man came into my life and we started dating. He really loved me, but he too passed away after 3 months, and the same thing happened with the fourth man I dated. I began to question many things about myself. It felt like watching a movie because I couldn't understand why these things were happening to me. We were all in love and there were no visible problems, but after each of them died, I began to wonder if it was somehow my fault just because I dated them. Then I decided to stop getting into relationships because it seemed like people were getting hurt because of me. Even though I was not the one causing their deaths, it felt like they were dying because they became a part of my life.
After deciding to stop being in a relationship again, she took time to settle down and spend a lot of time on other things that are far from romantic. As they say, no one can escape something that is meant to happen to them. The further he got away from it, the more it became worse.
I tried my best not to fall in love again. I managed to stay single for a while, but it was only for a short time. Before I really started to live my own life, something happened that made me think there was a weird problem with me. After spending many years alone, without children or a family, I started to realize that maybe I shouldn't keep thinking I was the cause of all the problems. Last year, I started dating someone new, the fifth guy, and we were together for 3 months. This time, I thought everything would be okay because I had given myself plenty of time to heal and prepare. We had a good relationship for 3 months and everything seemed perfect. I was sure that this time, life would be good. We got married and all seemed well. But a few days later, my husband said he had a headache one night. We went to sleep, but his condition got worse during the night. We decided to go to the doctor, but tragically, my husband passed away on the way there.
This time, Gloria was very upset because she understood that what she thought was normal was actually a very big problem. She had no children, no husband, no family, and she felt like she had no reason to live.